the US is so primed and set up to be this real leader in this emerging technology. We have some of the biggest crypto companies in the world are based in the US. I think I forget what the exact statistic was, but it was like around 30% of like all cryptocurrencies are held in the US or something like that. And there's really this like user base and there's all of this money. And so I'd say 30% of holders, but there was an even higher percentage of like people that actually work in the industry that were, things like that. Like we have this opportunity right here that they're just like really trying to swat away, which is opening the door for other countries to embrace that kind of, this innovation and this emerging technology and saying, come, we accept you. And so it's really unfortunate to see that the US is really just, not just setting back development, I think, of the industry and how far it could be going right now, because you see all of these companies, they're scared, they're worried. Am I going to be deemed as security? Am I going to get sued by the SEC? So they're not fully free to develop different tools and experiment and play with all these different things because there's these concerns, especially because it's not like, oh, I'm going to find out tomorrow if the SEC didn't like it. It's like, oh, 3 or 4 years from now, I could find out that they didn't like it and I could be in trouble. And so it's really unfortunate to see the amount of stifling of innovation here in the US because we really have everything right here on a silver platter we could be taking off with, and we're just not.
Absolutely, yeah, and I think that's that's something that baffles me looking from the outside in. Obviously, I don't live in the US, but looking from the outside in, it baffles me. And talking to people like yourself and other people, it's interesting your answers that, because every single US, I guess you'd say, crypto head that I've spoken to literally has the exact same answer as yourself. So it must be super frustrating to see your government doing that as a citizen.
Yeah.
But then it's interesting though that when that's happening on one hand, then I've seen people like I think it's the governor of Texas, is it Ted Cruz, is massive pro Bitcoin.
Oh yeah.
And you got these other people that are really pro Bitcoin, and it's like, well, how do you see these things are aligned? Like, what's so?
Yeah, I think that, to be honest, I have a general distrust of politicians. And so, I think that campaign promises are not always reality. But that being said, I think that, like you mentioned Ted Cruz, and then, wait, what's his initials exactly? Robert Kennedy Jr. He's talking all about, oh, let's work to, drop capital gains taxes on Bitcoin. Let's start backing the US dollar Bitcoin. These are really flashy headlines that, whether it's a campaign promise or not, or it's just kind of political engagement farming or not, I don't know. But that being said, I still welcome the positive crypto-friendly headlines. So even if that's all it is, and it's just a headline, when we talk about that perception of people when all they're seeing is bad stuff, about Bitcoin or crypto in the news, I think that when they see a mix of things, that helps kind of temper. They're like, okay, this is a nuanced topic. This is not so black and white. And I do think we go in phases of positive and negative press. But again, I don't know that we, how much these campaign statements really reflect in reality if elected, but I still welcome them either way. Hi, this is Lea Thompson at Girl Gone Crypto, and you're watching Think Smart Education.